recognized.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And before I begin, I want to take a moment to recognize my colleague, Chairman Michael Burgess. And first, I want to let him know that he and his family will remain in our prayers during the difficult time that he is now dealing with, and we all will keep your daughter in our prayers as well. And as he also mentioned in his opening remarks, that this is the last time that he will be managing a rule on the House floor before his retirement. And while it's no secret that Congressman Burgess and I have rarely agreed on issues before us, we probably can't even agree on what to have for lunch, but I have always respected his dedication. I have always respected his diligence and his service to this institution, and I know how much he loves this country. And I know I speak for all of us when I say that we appreciate his years of hard work, and we wish him all the very, very best, and we look forward to working with him in other capacities. He has placed his official portrait right in front of me in the Rules Committee, so I will constantly think of him. But in any event, and now for the matter at hand, while we're all on the floor today. Mr. Speaker, I wish I could stand here today under different circumstances, and I wish I didn't have to open my remarks with the news of another senseless tragedy. But here we are again, yet another school shooting, this time at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin. Innocent people killed, innocent people injured, just days before Christmas. Think about that for a moment. Innocent people killed and injured while the Republican leadership in this Congress does absolutely nothing about the epidemic of gun violence in this country. Nothing at all. It is shameful. How many times are we going to let this happen? How many more shootings before we decide enough is enough? This House should be moving heaven and earth to pass legislation to save lives. Instead, Republicans are wasting more time on yet another bill that does nothing and will go absolutely nowhere. This so-called Midnight Rules Relief Act that we're considering is not about helping the American people. It's not about protecting kids from gun violence. It's not about making our community safer. This bill is about one thing only: giving handouts to corporate special interests. Republicans are gutting critical protections that keep our air clean, our water safe, and our economy fair, because they want to give corporate special interests free rein to pollute, cheat, and exploit the system. This is about helping billionaires and big donors at the expense of everyone else. And while we waste time on this nonsense, kids continue to die in classrooms, and parents continue to live in fear every time they drop their children off at school. We should be voting on the assault weapons ban. We should be voting on universal background checks. We should be closing dangerous loopholes that allow deadly weapons to fall into the wrong hands. But Republicans don't want to do any of that. Why? Follow the money. Follow the money. Look at who the NRA donates to. That's how Washington works. It's all one big giveaway for the special interests and those at the top who want to profit off gun sales. I find it shameful. It is horrific that Republicans refuse to break free from the grip of the gun lobby. So instead, we are here debating a bill that helps billionaire corporations and hurts everyday Americans. That is what we are doing in this chamber today. What a disgrace, Mr. Speaker. And with that, I reserve my time.
The gentleman from Massachusetts reserves.